I have in my hand an LED panel ceiling mount bracket. It's basically 600 millimeters by 600 millimeters, and it's for putting up an LED panel light onto a concrete ceiling, for instance. Okay, so normally we'll say, and in this room above, directly ahead my head, we have when you're mounting LED panel lights, what you're doing is you're dropping them into the grid systems that are used commonly in offices and things like this. But if you had a scenario where there was no suspended ceiling and you just wanted to put an LED light into a surface directly above, you could use a bracket like this. So I'm just going to hold it up here. It's basically made of 4 pieces, okay? And it comes in this outer box here, so you're pretty well seeing the way it's going to be. There's 4 pieces, and we'll just assemble it. So I have one side that's disassembled. So fundamentally, the 2 main pieces are here, and we'll see that there's a total of 4 holes, 2 here and 2 here, and it's held in position, this end piece, 4 sections, okay? Or 4 screws holding it in position, okay? So now, what we're doing is, I'm going to come along, and how do we go on about mounting it? Well, what we do is we'll assemble it to this point to keep it in the rigid square shape. And then what we do is we'd use the 4 holes I showed a few moments ago to mark out a ceiling exactly where we want to mount it. And then what we do is we drill holes, shove in the 4 plugs that we have here. I'll just hold one up in my hand. And then what we'll do is we'll use this screw and also this Phillips screwdriver here to screw it and mount it into position. And at that stage we can just take off the end section and we would take up the LED ceiling panel, which I have here, and what we can do is we can simply slide it into position, and I'll just show you this in action now. Whoops. So I just try to get a hand on the far side, so we'll see anyway the general idea. Not the most graceful, but I've done it now. And what we can do here is we'll just turn this around, we'll just screw it into position here, and it just locks it into position. Okay. So it's just a clever thing. The reason we added it on is that these panel lights have been very successful for us. Like, they're A+ rated. Compared to using the old fluorescent lights, it's just incredible to us because the light is just much more consistent, and it's a much cleaner light. There's no flicker to it. It's just, and it's instantaneous. The second we hit the lights, it turns on. So they really are massively successful. Super product. And one of our customers that approached us to say that he was renovating an old office space. He had seen these lights, wanted to put it in. There was no suspended ceiling and could be given something like this. And it's something that was actually quite hard to source. So we said it'll just sit nicely with our range of products. And it's a reasonably low cost product. Very flexible here, and a very secure way of mounting your lighting. So that's it anyway, an overview of the LED panel ceiling mount 600 by 600 available on freetv.ie.